Okay, so we have a new top easy access savings account here in the UK. 4.75% is the new number one, and it isn't Chase UK. In fact, it's Zopa, the Biscuit bank account that we talked about a few months back on the podcast. Don't ask me why it's called Biscuit. That's entirely irrelevant, but it is arguably now one of the best current accounts, bank accounts here in the UK. And it's that headline 4.75% rate, which gives it that accolade. Look, Chase UK for the last few years have been super competitive here. They have been pushing, spending lots and lots of money to grab our deposits. And for a long time, I really didn't think anyone could compete with them because they just didn't have the deep pockets of JP Morgan Chase. But Zopa have released a 4.75% easy access account, which honestly I'm so excited about because that is super competitive, especially now when we're living in a time when interest rates are starting to come back down. Well, Zopa are saying we're going to raise them, we're going to lift them. And when this Biscuit current account originally launched, it really wasn't that compelling. We talked about this. I know there was some really interesting headline rates. So you get a current account with 2% interest. That is pretty competitive, but still not really anything that, should get you to sign up for a bank account. It's just a current account. You get 7.1% in a regular saver that's variable. That rate's variable, but you get that for 12 months. And, you have a maximum that you can deposit of £300 per month, but that could be somewhat compelling to someone. Then they have the cashback rate of 2%, which as well, when this launched, was quite interesting. It's a big headline, isn't it? 2% cashback, amazing. Except it's, of course, there's always like something, isn't there? There's always a catch. It's up to £1,500 of bills or direct debit spend per year. 2% of that is £30. I don't know about you, but my monthly bills with my mortgage, of course, it exceeds £1,500. So I would quickly hit that cap. So I think when you got into the nitty gritty of that cashback, it really didn't seem that compelling. Look, I'm sure there are some people out there that have far less utility bills, council tax bills, mortgage bills than I do, and that a lot of us do, but it wasn't that interesting. But now, when you bring all of that together with this 4.75% rate, it becomes really fun, really enticing. So if we have a quick look at Deposit Scout, we can see that right now in the UK, that is the best that you're going to get. Oxbury Bank, they have this 180-day notice account, which earns 4.55%. But of course, you have to give 180 days notice to get your money out. It isn't instant access. Well, Zopa are offering up to £250,000. There's a minimum deposit of £1. Up to 250k, you can access that money. So this big 4.75% headline rate includes a 3.25% base rate, which is variable and tracks the Bank of England's interest rate, and a 1.5% bonus rate. Now, to qualify for the bonus, you have to pay in £500 per month into your Biscuit account, so the current account. That's okay, because I think this account just became enticing enough to say that this could be someone's main account. It's arguably now the best account in the UK. I really think that. So, you could have your salary paid into this and easily qualify to earn that 1.5% bonus. And even if you didn't want to put your salary in, you could, if you could afford to, just put the £500 in to qualify, then shift £300 of it into that regular saver that earns 7.1%, all while you're earning that bonus rate, earning that 4.75% on your easy access on your savings account. So I'm thinking about depositing roughly £15,000. So let's have a look on Deposit Scout quickly and see how much we could earn from £15,000 across a year with Zopa. We'll put the time period as a year, and yet this rate may change. If the Bank of England reduce interest rates, well, that variable base rate of 3.25% will come down. Obviously, we can't predict what Andrew Bailey's going to do at the Bank of England, but if we look at the recent inflation data that literally came out today, inflation is sticky. If they're going to drop it down, it's going to be probably very slow, probably 0.25. But I just don't think we're going to see an aggressive drop in interest rates across the next 12 months. So if anything, this 4.75% might be 4.5, might be 4.25 by the end of next year or middle of next year. But I don't think it's going to change a huge amount. So let's just say across 1 year, if I deposit £15,000, I'm looking at roughly £713 in interest across that year. The current Chase saver that I have, and I love how this is hotting up, how we have a bit of a savings rate arms race going on right now. I'm just logging into my Chase account. I'm currently earning 4.3% with the Chase Saver. So I'm going to get a really nice boost. And that 4.3% boost ends on the 28th of October. So take a look at what you're currently earning on your easy access savings. Have a look, because shifting over to Zopa is super simple. Their app is really fast and intuitive, so it's easy to open an account. And then once you're in, you can just go through the process of opening the savings accounts. It's really simple. Generally speaking, this current account is really attractive. We talked about the cashback. We've talked about the regular saver. We talked about the current account interest rate, but also international spending. You get Visa's exchange rates, which are more or less the mid-market rate, which what that means is you're not losing money in exchange rate margin fees, which is a classic move that a lot of legacy banks do. The ATM withdrawals, they're okay. You can withdraw up to £200 fee-free per month with Zopa. Yeah, that's a bit weak. Chase UK allow up to £1,500 per month. And I mean, look at Starling. They limit you to just £300 per day. That's it. So yeah, the ATM withdrawals with Zopa are a little bit weak, but from an international spending perspective, just tapping your card to spend, there won't be any fees. So that's also really attractive. Honestly, it's hard to pick this account apart now at this point. Okay, even when it launched, I thought it was really interesting and good, but maybe not compelling enough to sign up for. I mean, even their Trustpilot, I was just looking at their Trustpilot, Zopa have a 4.6. They have an excellent, they were a digital loans business prior to getting their current account online, which means that a lot of that Trustpilot, a lot of that brand equity is built up as a result of that arm of their business. But that probably doesn't mean that they're not going to be any better when it comes to current accounts. They'll probably be better. They'll probably be working harder to look after their customers. Overall, I think this Zopa account did just become the best bank account right now in the UK. I think that's it from me for today. Just a quick one. I really am super excited about this Zopa account. So I just wanted to let you know and hopefully help you access some better savings rates for your savings. Give the video a like if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.